What's going on, everyone? Jared here from the Figure Bros, and today we are taking a look at the brand new Mafex Knightfall Batman. I'm really looking forward to this figure. He looks fantastic, especially with their Bane offering coming up. So, without further ado, guys, let's get him out of the box and start out with the articulation. Alright, guys, so here he is, the brand new Mafex Knightfall Hush Batman. No, not Hush. Mafex Knightfall Batman. Sorry, I'm thinking of Mafex's other awesome Batman. So let's go ahead and go through the articulation to start out. So at the head, it is a double ball peg. So you can get some pretty decent range out of it. He's going to look up about that far, look down about this far. Going to the shoulders, he's got a butterfly joint in there, so you're going to get about that much range across the body. You can kind of twist it and work with it. Get some decent range there. Pretty good. A little bit of movement back, not a ton. His shoulder works great. Over horizontal. You can bring it forward. Back. You get a bicep twist and a double jointed elbow. That works very nice. And the standard ball hinge for the hand. Very good. Going down to the torso. You can move about that far down, which is pretty good. I should say, guys, I'm a little under the weather, so if I'm a little more sniffly or gravelly than I usually am, that is why. My bad. Moves about back that far. I don't really like that gap in there. That's not great. It feels like he could go back further, but he's just not gonna, so that's kind of weird. Anyways, going down to the legs, there is that drop down hinge. So you can kick up about that far. Kick up about that far back. There's like a little bit of thigh cut you can finagle in there, but nothing crazy. Double jointed knee. Pretty good range. Going down to the ankle. It moves up about that far, moves back about that far. And then a toe hinge there. And of course you can get a pivot, which works pretty decent. Overall, articulation is not bad, but I just feel like it could be a little bit better, especially what we've seen with Mafex in the past. But it's definitely not bad by any means. So talking about the aesthetic here, I think as usual, Mafex gets it pretty good with their comic stuff. They have just enough like shading in here in the gray to give it that slightly realistic look, a little bit of shading in the gloves here, some shading in the boots. So it adds some detail there that I really like, but it still retains that comic feel. So that's very nice. The cape looks very good. I think it might be just a little bit big, but I mean, it's Batman. Don't you want a big cape? And it is wired quite nicely. So that's great. The other cape that we're going to take a look at is also wired too, so that's good. I think it's actually bigger, but that works quite well. I love these big wired capes because you can get like such a cool pose for Batman. I mean, you kind of need at least, maybe there could be an argument to get a extra smaller, less wired cape, and of course a bigger one, so you can have that cape really flowing in the wind while he's on top of a gargoyle or something. So that's cool. Head sculpt looks nice. I do wish there was a little bit more detail. This is basically just all flat flesh shade, which is fine. It looks good. The white looks good in the eyes. I just wish there was maybe a little bit more shadow, a little bit more detail there, but you know what? Aesthetic here is pretty good. I actually think the aesthetic here is great. I don't have a lot of qualms with it. Let's go ahead and get to the articulation. Nuh-uh. We already did that. Let's get to the accessories. So there are some pretty cool things here. I'm going to go ahead and get them out. He does come with an extra cape, which has the regular shoulders that you can add on to him. And I think this is about the same It looks about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller than the other cape. Yeah, about the same. But if you don't want these pointies here, you can swap it out. And it's very easy to swap it out. You just take the head off. This just pegs in right there. And then you swap in. Oh, there's two regular pegs up there as well. Easy. And then you don't have those points anymore, which this looks good too. It's a good look. He's got another cowl that I'm going to have to take off again for. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm never going to use this look. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So he's got his like naked cowl. I don't know why Batman without his cape just looks naked to me. It's just wrong, right? Maybe it's just me. And then you have his super scuba suit. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really wanted a scuba suit for my Batman. So I will never be changing this. And this is how he's going to sit on my shelf forever. I'm just playing, of course. I think that's not amazing. Not great. Let's just go with that. Let's put his regular cape back on. We do have another head sculpt that he comes with. So you get 3 in total. That's very good. And this, I really like this. You get these really nice long ears. Yeah, look at that. And one thing, too, I forgot to mention. Every point on this guy, it's rubber. So you're not going to break anything. And I think that's really nice, because I was worried about these, because I'm like, crap, these are really long. If I drop this, it definitely might get broken, you know. But they're not going to break, because they're this nice soft rubber. So that's very nice. Same with this head, too. And then on top of that, before we just get to the regular hands, we do have a batarang with a wire in it. And this is one of those nice bendy wires that will hold about any pose that you want. So that's really cool. You probably get some great poses out of that. I'm not sure if I would have rather it had been a batarang and more of like a grappling hook. But, you know, I'll let you guys decide what you think about that. And then, of course, we get his hands. He's got a bunch of hands here. So you've got the regular fist hands that come with him. You get 2 of these. They have a little gap here, I believe, for gripping the cape or maybe a batarang. He doesn't come with any batarangs, just saying. 2 relaxed fit hands. 2 splayed hands. 2 diving hands for the extremely important dive suit. And 2 trigger finger or batarang holding hands. A little weird because he doesn't come with any batarangs. That would have been nice to get, right? So what? 6 pairs of hands? That's pretty good. So pretty good spread here in terms of accessories. You do also get the regular stand for all of your Mafex figures. So that's a nice inclusion as usual. So let's give our final thoughts about this. I think this is a really solid Batman. I don't know about you guys, but I've always preferred the like dark blue and gray and yellow as opposed to just the all black. The all black is very cool, but there's just something about this that, I don't know, it really does it for me. In terms of size comparisons, I will go ahead and put one here. So you guys can see, I'll put it next to, you know, Marvel Legends, perhaps the next figure I'll be reviewing from this line. So final thoughts on this figure. Overall, I think Mafex did a very good job here. I think the articulation is a little limited in a few spots. The proportions look very nice. He's got this nice broad chest, you know, pretty thin V-shaped body. Maybe it could be a little thinner, a little more V-shaped. I like the shading on this. It looks very comic accurate, but not too comic-y, if you guys know what I mean. Like, it's not too flat. This could pass with a bunch of other characters on your shelf that maybe aren't of the same line, but have a similar theme, similar shading. overall, I'm going to give this Batman a... I'm going to go 9 out of 10, honestly. Well, we should talk about the price. Let's talk about the price. To import this figure, it was about $80. I think $80 for everything we get here is good, but it could be better. You know what? I'll do 8.5 because we should have had some batarangs. I mean, come on, just that grappling hook, or not even a grappling wire. It's kind of weird how it's just a batarang on the end of a wire. I want a grappling hook with that. I mean, I think that would have been really cool. Or some more batarangs, too. How much would it have cost to get more batarangs? And sure, I'm sure a lot of you guys already have Batmen, so you can just take some batarangs from your other Batmen. I want the full shebang here. So overall, he's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. I spent $80 importing him. I think Big Bag Toy Store has him closer to 100, which is kind of like the main place to get imports over here. Stateside. I think that's too much. If I had spent that and I was grading this guy, he'd probably get a 7. That's way too much. But $80, that nice $20 difference, it makes a big difference. So let me know what you guys think down below of this Batman. Do you think that the domestic price that's being charged is too much? Would you guys have rather had more accessories, or are you fine with what he's came with? I mean, he does come with 2 capes, to be fair. 2 sets of cloth goods are pretty good. But still, I stand by my 8.5. And that's going to be it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and do the whole like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike if you didn't like the video. And let me know your thoughts down below. And, before I forget, are you Team Blue or Team Black? Let me know. I'm Team Blue all the way. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time.